Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Monday evening to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. Today in this matchup, the Memphis all-time Grizzlies will be traveling to the DFW area in Dallas, Texas to take on the Dallas Mavericks. We will be at the American Airlines Center. To avoid confusion, the American Airlines Arena is in Miami, Florida, home of the Miami Heat. So I will be saying we will be at the American Airlines Center today in this episode or something like that. And we're also going to be in Dr. Pepper country, is what I call Texas, because in 1885, Dr. Pepper was founded in Waco, which is about an hour or so from Dallas. So without further ado, I'm going to begin the starting five. So for the starting five, they got Mike Conley, Tony Allen, Sharif Abdur-Rahim, the Gasol brothers, Paul and Mark for Memphis. For the Dallas all-time Mavericks, they got Derek Harper, Ronaldo Blackman, Mark Aguirre, Dirk Nowinski, and James Donaldson. So without further ado, we'll see you at tip-off. Alright, now it is tip-off time here at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas. So the Memphis Grizzlies wearing those teal Vancouver era uniforms. And Marc Gasol makes the first 2 points of the game for the Grizzlies, so I'm gonna pass this, and it gets intercepted by Pau Gasol, and Marc Gasol, he gets blocked. So James Donaldson, he's gonna pass it to Dirk Nowinski, and Dirk Nowinski, he's actually gonna shoot this in from deep three behind the arc for the Mavs. So Marc Gasol, he's gonna pass it to Tony Allen, and Mike Conley, who now plays for the Utah Jazz, had the ball there for a moment. Now he still does. So Tony Allen, he's going to drive this. He's going to do a crossover, and he's going to pass it to Mike Conley. And that's going to be an out-of-bounds call. That's going to be called on the That's going to be called on the Mavs. So this means that we are still on defense, but they still have possession of the basketball. Either way, so they're going to pass it to Conley, and he is going to shoot it. He's going to attempt the three, but he does not make it in. So Dirk Nowinski, he goes up, and there is a foul there. It's on Tony Allen. It's a shooting foul, so Dirk Nowinski gets to go to the free-throw line, and he'll add a point for the Dallas Mavs. So it's now 6-2 here at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas. So I'm going to pass this to Nowinski. He dunks it in for two. And it's now 8-2 here in Dallas, Texas. So the Grizzlies have the ball. Mike Conley, he's dribbling it out. And he's going to pass it to Pau Gasol. And he does a reverse layup there. And it's pretty sweet to see reverse layups in this league. So Ronaldo Blackman, he passes it to Derek Harper. And I'm going to pass it to Nowinski. And I'm going to shoot it in from mid-range, and he actually splashes that out. So it's now 10-4. So Nowinski has 10 points, while the all-time Grizzlies have 4. So Conley does pick it back up. He passes it to Tony Allen, and he passes it to Pau Gasol, and he actually makes that in. So it's now 10-6 here in Dallas. So I almost said Arlington, but the Dallas Cowboys for NFL football, they play in Arlington, Texas. So it's still a suburb. It's still in the DFW area, and Dirk Nowinski makes 15 points after that awesome dunk you guys just saw there. And the Mavericks are on a roll. So Conley, it's on Dirk Nowinski, the foul. All right, now Jason Terry has possession of the basketball. I'm going to pass this to Luka Doncic. He is Slovenian, and ever since Dirk Nowinski retired from the Dallas Mavericks, he has been the spotlight, Luka Doncic. And let me tell you, he is one of my favorite players, and he actually makes it in for two Nowinski. So he just retired 2 seasons ago. And I believe they retired his number 41 with the Mavs, if I'm not mistaken. So Bibby loses a basketball, and Dirk Nowinski, he's going to go up. But there is a foul, and the Grizzlies? What? Memphis has the ball? Are you kidding me? That was our time to shine and shoot a three. But Bryant Reeves whatsoever, he makes that in, so it's now 17-10. So Nowinski, and this ends the first quarter here at the American Airlines Center. Alright, now it's 17-10, beginning of the second quarter, so we've had 3 steals and 4 points off of turnovers in this game. And Dirk Nowinski, he's going to pass it to Doncic and then to Steve Nash. And Steve Nash, he's going to do a little crossover there, and he's going to make it in for 2. So he's going to pass this to Mike Bibby. And Steve Nash picks up the basketball. He makes the steal. And Nash drives it in, makes that decent layup there in the paint. So I really like these uniforms by the Grizzlies and Mavs today. I chose these because they kind of resemble the Dallas Cowboys coloration. Like, they wear dark blue on the road, and they wear white jerseys at home with the light blue. So that's why Dallas is, like, honestly all blue for their teams for the most part. And Mike Miller attempts a 3. He actually makes that. So it's now 23-13 here in the American Airlines Center. So Nowinski, he's going to go up. He's going to dunk that in. And the Grizzlies take a timeout. All right. Mike Conley has possession of the basketball. And it's now 25-13 here in Dallas. And there is a foul. It's on Dirk Nowinski, a shooting foul. So this basically means that the Grizzlies get to go to the free-throw line. Mike Conley, who now plays for the Jazz, he played basketball at Ohio State, got drafted by the Grizzlies in 2007. So I'm going to pass this to Steve Nash. I'm going to pass this to Luka Doncic. So he's going to go up and he's going to make the layup. Oh, wait. Sharif Abdur-Rahim made the foul. So this means Luka Doncic, he is going to have to go to the free-throw line, and he's going to make 2 extra points for the Dallas Mavericks. So Doncic, and he's going to make the second one count, so that's good. So it's now 27-15, and Pau Gasol, he's going to pass it to Mike Conley. And Luka Doncic makes that decent steal for the Mavs. And there is another foul. So this basically means Doncic is going back-to-back in the free-throw line. I mean, Doncic is, he's an elite player. He knows how to guard the ball and everything like that. That's why he's one of my favorites. And Dallas is also one of my favorite teams. Keep that in mind. Mainly for the fact that Mark Cuban, the owner of the team, is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which I never knew that up until a couple months ago. So, yeah, you got to support the 412 if you live in Western Pennsylvania. So Steve Nash has possession of the basketball. And plus, Pittsburgh does not have an NBA team. So I wish they did, but they apparently do not. So Mike Conley, he's dribbling the basketball. And he's going to pass this to Tony Allen. He makes that count for 2. So this is now going to be a 32-19 lead. So I got Nowinski on my squad. So he's going to go up. He's going to get that in for 2. And it's now 21 points for Nowinski. The rest of the team scored 13. And 10 points of which were in the paint. So 11 of his points were not in the paint. So Tony Allen has possession of the basketball. And it looks like he is going to pass it to Pau Gasol. There's only 27 seconds left. And Pau, he's going to drive it in for 2. And Nowinski, he's going to pass it to Nash. And then Nowinski passes it back to him. And then he gets fouled, and Nowinski, he's going to get that in for 2. And we'll see you guys in the second half. Okay, now 23 points, 1 rebound, and 1 block for Dirk Nowinski as his teammate from 1998 through 2004, Steve Nash, loses the basketball, but Tony Allen picks it up, and Mike Conley, he's just going to do a jump layup or whatever it's called. So I'm going to pass this deep to Steve Nash. So Steve Nash, he's going to go up. And he's going to make that in for 2. So it's now 40-23 here at the American Airlines Center here in Dallas, Texas. So Steve Nash makes the steal. So Nash, he's going to, oh, and it gets blocked. So the Mavericks are still lucky enough because they still have possession. So that was a block. And here's the benefit of it. He accidentally tipped it out of bounds. So this means we still have possession. So our possession time is not over yet, which is good. So Steve Nash loses a basketball. He's going to pick it back up, though, but he shoots it in from 2, and it's now 42-23. So we're leading this by 19. So this episode has been off to a really good start. I mean, really competitive, actually. You just saw Pau Gasol make that dunk. So 8 points for him, 4 for 4. So I might shoot it in for 3 with Nash just to lead by 20 points. So it's now 45-25 here in Dallas, Texas. So Sharif Abdur-Rahim, who played for the Vancouver Grizzlies, and he actually makes it. Marc Gasol makes that offensive rebound, and he actually makes it in for 2. So it's now 27-45. So Steve Nash, he's going to do a crossover fade, and it gets a foul. It's on Sharif Abdur-Rahim. So this means that we still have possession of the basketball. So Steve Nash, he's going to go up, and he's going to make that in for 2. And it's now 47-27. And now Mike Conley loses the basketball, and Steve Nash picks it back up. So he's going to make that in for 2. So it's now 49-27 with only 1 minute and 14 seconds in the third. So Mike Conley has possession. So there is a foul there. It's on Steve Nash. All right, now this is the third quarter with only 1:03 to go. I'm going to pass this to Jason Kidd. He had 2 stints with this team, with the Mavericks. I think he played in the 90s, and then he played with them and won the 2011 finals. So, yeah, so he played with the... It's surprising to see that he was on 3 all-time teams, but not with the Knicks, because he only spent a season with the New York Knicks, and that was 2012-13. He retired with them, and he started off with the Mavericks, and then played with the Phoenix Suns, and then played with the New Jersey Nets. So Shane Battier gets that foul, even though Jason Kidd made the scoring. So this means Jason Kidd gets another extra point. So it's now 54-27. So the Mavericks are leading by halfway. So Jason Williams has possession of the basketball. And he's going to pass it to Rudy Gay. Dirk Nowinski is back on the court. He had 23 points. And we attempt the block, but it is no good. I'm going to pass this to Dirk Nowinski there. And Nowinski actually makes that in. There's only 22.5 seconds left in the third quarter. So we got to make this shot. So Nowinski, he makes that steal, and he is going to take the basketball, and he's going to dunk that in for 2 points. So it's now 58-27. So Battier, he passes it to Williams, and then Rudy Gay, he's going to shoot this in from 3, but he actually misses it. So I'm going to pass this to Aguirre and then to Nowinski, and he shoots it in from 3. We'll see you guys in the fourth. All right, so now the Memphis Grizzlies have possession of the basketball. So Rudy Gay loses the basketball. Doncic picks it back up, and he's going to dunk it in one-handed. So it is a rarity to see Luka Doncic dunk, because he's more of a mid-range shooter. I mean, he rarely shoots for 3s, but I mean, he can do a little bit of everything. So he's going to pass it to Marc Aguirre, and he makes that in for 2. So it's now 64-27. So Jason Williams has possession of the basketball. So he's going to pass it to Mike Miller. So Doncic, he's not even defending the court. So Ja Morant, who now plays for the Grizzlies, he's going to shoot that in from 3. He actually does miss it. So the Grizzlies, they have not scored a single point in the last 2 minutes and 35 seconds. So Nowinski whatsoever, he makes it in for 2. So it's now 66-27. 31 points for Nowinski today in this episode, 14 of which were in the paint. So that's surprising to see. So I was guessing 30, but it figures 17 of the points, well, 13 of the points were in the paint. So Nowinski, he shoots it in from mid-range, so it's now 68-27. So Nowinski has 38 points. Pau Gasol has 8 points, 33 points rather. And he's been perfect for field goals, actually, in today's episode. So I'm really impressed. So 70-27. So he had 35 points, Dirk Nowinski. He is red hot right now, and he has made 6 mid-range shots. And that's going to be a foul on Dirk Nowinski. All right, now it's 70-27. So Jason Terry, he's going to pass it to Luka Doncic. And he looks forward. So Doncic is going to make another dunk for the Mavericks. So it's now 72-27 here at the American Airlines Center in the Lone Star State of Dallas, Texas. So Rudy Gay has possession of the basketball. And he's going to pass it to Mike Miller. And that was kind of tipped, but he actually got it in safely. So that's important for the most part. But I'm going to pass this to Dirk. And Dirk actually gets that in. So that's going to be 74. So Nowinski, he has scored half of the team's points in today's episode. So 74 divided by 2 is 37. So Rudy Gay makes the dunk there, and it's now 74-31. So we're going to take a timeout to think of our game plan and change our depth chart. All right, Dirk Nowinski is your player of the game for the Dallas Mavericks. I'll explain the numbers in a minute, but all we got left is this awesome NBA action. So I'm going to pass this to Dirk Nowinski, and he's going to shoot it in from 2 rather. I was about to say mid-range, but 39 points in today's episode so far, and he's had 10 in this quarter. So Nowinski, he's going to get that in, so it's going to be 78-31. So Mike Bibby has possession of the basketball. Jason Terry, I might pass this off to Nowinski, and he will score the 81st point of the game for the Dallas Mavericks. And he looked to the fans saying, wow, I'm going to make this awesome shot, and he actually proved it. So he's going to pass it to Zach Randolph. There's only 25.1 seconds to go. I'm going to pass this to Nowinski. Let's see if he could actually make a deep 3, like a super deep one. The answer is no, he could not, but at least we win it. The final score of this game was the Dallas Mavericks 81, the Memphis Grizzlies 35. So we won by 46 points in today's episode. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you guys really enjoyed. Please stay tuned, and we'll see you guys next time. We'll see you at Stats. All right, now Dirk Nowinski, 44 points, 2 rebounds, 5 steals, 2 blocks on the day, and 4 dunks. He's the player of the game. Congrats to him. Steve Nash, 20 points, 4 steals, and no dunks on the day, but he did pick up an offensive rebound, Nowinski. But Doncic, he had 8 points, 3 assists, and 3 steals on the day with 2 dunks. Jason Kidd, he had 5 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist in all. So Michael Finley, he just had 2 points. So Mike Miller, 9 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal in all. Pau Gasol, the Gasol brothers, Pau scored 8, and Marc scored 6. So Marc had 1 rebound and 1 block. So Pau had 1 steal. So Pau is older than Marc. He was born on July 6, 1980, Pau. And Marc was born on January 28, 1985. So just keep that in mind. Mike Conley, 4 points, 4 assists on the day. Tony Allen had 2 points, 3 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. So that wraps it up. We'll show you the next episode. Okay, in the next episode, the all-time Oklahoma City Thunder will be traveling to Oregon State capital of Portland to take on the T-Blazers. That wraps it up, everyone, and we'll see you in the next episode. Have a great Monday, everyone.